Yashica Y35 was hailed as Yashica's comeback. It met its Kickstarter goal. In fact, it reached 12 times the amount. So let's take a lookie at the final product. But first, a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video is Squarespace, the place to go to if you want to set up your own domain, website or online store.
This is the camera itself. I sound like old digital web TV guy. And here inside the box, we have the camera itself.
We just can't help to do that.
We just can't help it. But this is it. I got this straight out of the box. It's kind of come off now. I rubbed it a little bit. It came with 3 fingerprints.
Well, they're quite small prints, probably from the kids that work in the sweatshop in China. Guess it shows that they're hand assembled, so every cloud, eh?
We did Boat Bros before and we mentioned that it's crap basically. And I said I felt bad because I knew it was crap from the beginning and I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody not to invest in the Kickstarter. I felt so bad that I had to go out and buy one myself. But I didn't go to the Kickstarter. I didn't go to shops because I don't think there are any shops that sell it at the minute. So I went to eBay and I managed to find one. Even though this was on eBay, this was still £85. £85. Brand new, sealed, in box. Somebody had received their Kickstarter camera already and thought, you know what, I've wasted a load of money. I know this is bad. I'm going to sell it on eBay quickly before anybody realises what I've done. And rightly so, because looking at it, look, tell me what you think of that.
Feels like Hoga and feels like those toy-ish, hip-ish camera, not the expensive one. It's those around like 20-something US dollars. But this is what? How much is that?
I think it's about $200 or something like that.
From $124 to the basic one if you got in early, or closer to $200 if not, up to over $300 if you fancy being financially fisted for Y35.
It comes with this whole film cartridge system.
Film.
Film. It's just like film.
Film. Look a bit like those APS film.
And you know what? It's probably just as crap as APS-C. Even worse.
APS-C is better.
Yeah, because APS-C is a bigger format.
And then actually film.
But it's such a gimmick. You slot this in, and that's supposed to give you a different like filter effect. That's film 1600, Digifilm 6x6, Digifilm 200, Digifilm B&W, black and white.
It's not even really good fit. Look at it's still on an angle. How do I suppose to?
Let me try.
The best thing about it is use AA battery. So after 2 weeks you bought of it, you don't have to waste a whole big lithium-ion battery.
You just take your AA batteries and use it for something more useful, like a remote control. But I think this is the best bit about it. It whines. Taste as analog camera. What? You're supposed to lick the thing or what? Need to load a Digifilm to create your album. A brief pause is required to wind on the film before shooting. At this millisecond of pulse, it grants us time to inspire and think, the exact moment the shutter snaps. Bollocks. No, it's pretty bad actually. It's pretty cheap feeling. And then we've got an exposure comp dial here. Oh, I almost broke it. Look at that. Did you hear that? It's got electronic shutter sound. The shutter sound happens about 1 to 2 seconds after you press the shutter button.
Alright, maybe not 2 seconds, but there is a significant delay. If you press the shutter and the subject moves, or you move too quick, you might miss the shot.
But the confusing thing is, when you're using the 1600 and 200 film, you're not shooting at ISO 1600 and ISO 200. It's still auto ISO. It's just a fancy name. Not a very fancy name to be honest, but it's just a name, 1600, 200. Essentially what happens when you shoot with 1600 is that it just adds grain or noise basically. ISO 1600 Digifilm, that doesn't actually shoot at ISO 1600, high speed, high contrast, for shooting fast moving objects. Okay. Well, how does that work? If it's ISO 1600, you want to shoot fast moving subjects, but it still uses like ISO 300, ISO 400. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing a dance, but it uses whatever ISO it likes to pick. So that's not necessarily good for shooting fast moving objects. These photos might be rough. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. And incomplete. And faulty in your eyes. Alright, you might be thinking these photos are a little bit faulty.
Yeah, the only thing that's faulty is my brain for thinking it's such a great idea to buy such an arsehat of a camera.
But what I see is something touching, something spiritual, something meaningful. No, what this means is the camera is shit. I mean, just look at the packaging. They've used their own, presumably their own photos to make the packaging. I mean, what? It looks like some psycho has just sent you a package and inside there's a letter written with their own feces. What you find inside is some fecal matter of a different kind. If you want the packaging to look kind of semi-acceptable, don't use the photos taken from this. Sightly ease undertone colour, just random words put together. Random words from the English dictionary. Boom, 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 flick, boom, boom, boom. Put it together in a sentence, should make sense. And worn out effect brings silence, roughness, simplicity, intimacy, and appreciation of the ingenious integrity of the permanence of your story. See what I mean?
Well, I can tell you that this camera produces an abundance of aqueous excrement. Even the ISO 200 doesn't shoot at ISO 200, doesn't look different than ISO 1600, apart from the grain. Even though 1600 is supposed to be high contrast, it looks like the same crappy image, just with more noise. And you know what? It just gets worse.
Digifilm 120 format 6x6. Now there's a problem there with this one. The Digifilm 6x6, you have to totally guess the crop.
It does shoot square, although you can't see the frame lines in the Finder, unsurprisingly.
But it's not just that. Look at this photograph. Look at that bokeh! It was not taken with this camera. There's no way this tiny sensor created that bokeh.
What's more, there's no way it focuses that close. I couldn't get any shots in focus.
That's my problem with this camera and this Kickstarter. And I love how on the lens, what has it got written on there?
The silence of story.
The silence of story. Written on your lens, as well as Yashica Japan. That has not touched anything Japanese. I am sure it's not even come near a slice of sushi. A piece of sushi, sorry. Yashica stopped being a Japanese company in 2005 when its parent company Kyocera, a Japanese company, stopped production of Yashica cameras. But then in 2008, Jebsen took over. Jebsen is a marketing and distribution company based in Hong Kong. And look, this is not some random dodgy company in Hong Kong. This is a huge company in Hong Kong. I've dealt with them before. They're responsible for marketing and distribution for Pentax, Ricoh, Casio cameras, and it seems like they still own the brand Yashica, but it's under its subsidiary JNC Datum Tech International Limited.
Location, Tokyo, Japan.
And what the pledged money, the goal, it's all in the Hong Kong dollars. Because in Japan they famously use Hong Kong dollars as a currency. It's not even just the surface that stinks. Scratch beneath the surface and it starts falling apart like a rotten egg. What? This is just a reference photo.
It's a load of photo is for reference only. Turn to illustrate the style and mood.
So by them saying this is just a reference photo, just to deliver the mood or whatever,
Yeah.
basically it means it's not necessarily shot with the Yashica Y35, right?
But as much bullcrap language is used in the Kickstarter campaign, photos that weren't necessarily taken by the Yashica, they haven't lied. This is a carefully put together Kickstarter. In fact, it was put together by a professional Kickstarter putting together campaign company. It doesn't say made in Japan. The location might be Tokyo, Japan, but that doesn't mean anything. Promo vid shot in Japan means nothing.
Oh, this video's got lots of bokeh. It must be Japanese.
Promo photos shot in Tokyo means the promo shots were taken in Japan. There's a lot of mention about Japan, but everything is purposely vague. It means that if you think it's made in Japan, they'll say that it's your fault for thinking that. And that's the thing about this Kickstarter. When I first saw it, there is just something not right about it. The thing that bothers me is that they're making it sound like it's the OG Yashica that needs to help kickstart the brand with lots of history. Japanese caravans since 1949. Almost 70 years experience in camera and optics development. Almost 70 years because they killed it off Before it hit 70 years, I mean they, the people who took it over, because it's no longer owned by Yashica, the holding company that is a marketing heavyweight in Hong Kong. They know this is a poor product, hidden behind a thin, shiny, sheeny veneer of marketing bollocks.
It's just a joke.
You mean I don't believe they have good intention
No.
creating this?
The thing with Kickstarter is that you don't actually need to roll out a product because you've taken the orders already, you've taken all the money. So therefore you don't have to wait for people to buy your product because you've made a load of sales already. And that's a good thing for them because that doesn't mean there won't be the first batch of people to buy the product and then they'll spread the word about how bad the camera is, and then the second batch of people will think, no, I don't want to buy it. This way, they've made a load of money even before people found out just how bad this camera is. And that is the master con. I mean, this at most is a $30 to $40, maybe $50 camera. Even the cheapest 24-hour deal is not a good deal. You can get a decent spec compact for less than that.
Wow. Sorry, how many megapixels does it have? How many? I don't know.
Or if you want to shoot with a camera that has the film novelty, get a film camera. Get the OG film camera it was based on. It can be had for next to Sweet FA. Conventionally, marketing peeps are just the messengers, but here, when you let the marketing peeps take over, what they've essentially done is shafted the brand with lots of history and the consumers who have bought it.
This is depressing. I feel myself getting more depressed just holding it. Here, hold it, hold this. There you go. Just take it away. Just, be gone, be gone.
But alas, a camera is a camera. It takes pictures. The best camera is the one that you... Oops! It might cost me a bit to send it on top of the cost of the camera, but who knows, maybe someone at Yashica's Tokyo, Japan, aka Hong Kong HQ, will get the hint if at least one of us sends it back in a better state than when it left the factory. So there we have it. To use their terminology, we have come to an unexpected end of story. Silence, roughness. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. It was just basically one long rant, but that long rant was sponsored by Squarespace. If you ever need a website, domain name, go to them. 24 hours, 7 days a week service. So, yeah. Check it out. With a load of templates to choose from, award-winning 24/7 customer service, a simple way of changing domain names over. I did it. It's great for people who want to create a personal website or one for e-commerce. You can start a free trial today and get 10% off your first purchase with the code KAI.
Specification. Lens cap to protect lens is part of the specification. Can you actually use a
I know what you mean.
shutter,
A remote.
remote shutter remote?
There's no thread in there. There's everything about it. I mean, why has it got date on the camera as well? That's the date that this idea expired.